my name is Aishwarya and welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to take you through my entire itinerary and also my budget for the trip. So let us start with the flights. If you're traveling from Mangalore to Delhi, the first thing that you need to know is there is no direct flight to Delhi. So you have to travel via Bangalore, Bombay or Hyderabad. So the best and the cheapest route would be to travel via Bombay or Bangalore. But since there are some COVID restrictions in Bombay, I would suggest you to go via Bangalore. Budget for the flight. So basically, one way flight is going to cost you at least around 5,000 to 5,300. So you have to allocate a budget of at least 11,000 for your flights if you are not applying any discounts. Discount on flights. So when I booked the flights, I booked it through Flipkart. So Flipkart gives you 15% off on your flight tickets if you are booking for the first time. You can also try Skyscanner if you want to check which site is giving you the cheapest price. And also maybe you can check in GoAvego if they have any credit card offers or anything like that. Flight timing. So if you are traveling from Mangalore, you're not going to reach Delhi before 4 o'clock for sure because most of the flights land after 3 p.m. Unless you're traveling by a midnight flight or something which will have a really long layover, so I wouldn't suggest it. So how to reach Mangalore airport? Reaching Mangalore airport is very easy. You can go by Ola, Uber or your private vehicle. There are no buses that is going to the airport. But the thing that you need to keep in mind is when you land back in Mangalore airport, the only means of travel is going to be to have someone to pick you up, or you need to book a prepaid taxi that's going to cost you 500 bucks to reach the city. There are no buses and you will find Ola and Uber only if you are very lucky. So you can go either via a package where you will be given a cab and also the hotels booked for you along with the meals, which I would personally not prefer because some agencies kind of save a lot on the hotel and give you the most crappy hotel and also the crappy cab. So the next option is to avoid taking the hotels and just taking the car in your package, which might be a little bit expensive, but if you don't know anybody in Delhi, then I would suggest you go by a travel agency which is verified, and you can check the verified travel agencies on the Indian tourism site before booking anything. So since I landed late and I couldn't travel to Shimla due to the night curfew there which started at 9 p.m, I had to stay in Delhi for one day. So I stayed in a hotel nearby airport, which was a pretty good hotel. It was actually a really big hotel and there were really very less staff, so the maintenance was not that great. The travel time from Delhi to Shimla as per the maps is around 9 hours, but it's going to at least take you 11 hours to reach Shimla, considering that you take 1 or 2 breaks in between for lunch and tea. There is another means to travel to Shimla, which is a fancy way to do. That is, you travel from Delhi to Kalka, and from Kalka station, you take the toy train to Shimla. If you have a lot of time, then you can go for this because the road time from Kalka to Shimla is around 2.5 hours. But the same on the train is going to cost you 5 hours. So let us check the hotel that I stayed in and also my 2 days itinerary for my stay in Shimla. So Shimla to Manali. So it's going to take you at least 7 hours to reach Manali from Shimla, and considering your breaks in between, it might take you up to 8 to 8.5 hours. So I would suggest you to leave early in the morning so you reach by the evening and you have some time for yourself to relax. So basically I left at 5 a.m. in the morning, so we got some time in the evening to go to the mall road and do some shopping. So let's go and check out my Manali stay and also my itinerary in Manali for 3 days. traveling back from Manali to Delhi. So it's my suggestion that you do not book the flights on the same day because given the current situation, it might take you longer than usual to actually reach the airport. So what we did was we left at 9 a.m. in the morning, and despite it was a Bharat Bandh and there was very less traffic, still we reached the airport at 2 a.m. in the morning. And the only break that we did take was for the lunch and the dinner, and we did not stop anywhere in between for more than 5 minutes. So guys, we have come to the end of the video. So I would request you to please subscribe and stay tuned because I'm going to upload a few more in detail video about my itinerary and also the airport and my entire journey. So subscribe and stay tuned. Bye bye.